we have a fun part to this diet. Eat like crazy. Enjoy yourself completely guilt-free. Now, you've never started a diet like this, have you? Actually, this part is crucial. Do not skip this part. This will help you not feel any hunger during the first week of the program. HCG will help your metabolism get the engine running and start burning all stored up, stubborn reserves. Warning, if you do not do this properly, you will feel very hungry at the end of the first week. This can be very demoralizing and potentially make you lose interest, so eat. Enjoy all of the breads, the pastas, potatoes, and oils you can. This will stock up your normal reserves to capacity, so when you introduce the very low-calorie diet, your adrenal glands will send the message to your hypothalamus to begin accessing the abnormal fat cells. And when you see how quickly you start dropping weight in inches, you'll stay focused on getting to your goal weight. Look at the startup sheet when you get your package. On day 3, weigh yourself. Write it down in your workbook. Start your very low-calorie diet. Continue to use the HCG formula on a 500 calorie per day intake. No more, no less. Don't worry, this will not be complicated, and you'll find it a very simple eating program. Once you start the very low-calorie diet, or VLCD, simply stay on it until you've reached your goal weight. Test for ketones. Your ketone tests are very important to see how well your body is adjusting. Do a test on the 4th and 5th day of the program. You can read more about this on the useful ketone chart in your booklet. This is the measure to tell that your body is beginning to burn fat. It's also a marker to tell if you are battling water weight and a good test for women on their menstrual cycle. You can have water weight, but if you find no color on the strip, then do not eat any fruit or tomatoes for the rest of the day. Remember the 11th commandment? Drink your water, 48 to 64 ounces per day. You'll be flushing hidden toxins that have been stored in your body. Water flushes impurities, waste, and fat residue from your system. It will help assure your protocol will be successful and comfort-free. Now let's get to your meal plan with the VLCD. Breakfast is a very important meal, and it has never been easier. You can drink green tea and coffee, but remember, coffee can be dehydrating, so drink a glass of water for every coffee you have. We do not recommend sodas, which are not productive to your HCG program. No cream or sugar with coffee or tea. You are allowed stevia for a sweetener. As you can see, we need to make the calories count as healthy cell-building nutrition. In your VLCD diet, you are allowed proteins, vegetables, salad, and a fruit. For lunch, you can have 100 grams, about 3.5 ounces before cooking, of grilled, not cooked in oil or fat, of organic only, grass-fed beef, veal, venison, bison, skinless chicken breast or lobster, crawfish, prawns, shrimp, or crab meat. Proteins also allowed are wild Chilean sea bass, flounder, sole, halibut, or any white fish. Wild caught is much preferred to farmed. There are no dyes, chemicals, or additives in wild codfish. Why no eggs? The answer is the contents of good-sized eggs is to 100 grams of meat, but the yolk has a very large amount of fat that is undesirable to the program. The exception, if you have an aversion to meat, you can on occasion have an egg, but you must have 3 egg whites with 1 eaten whole. We suggest the protein approach using meat, chicken, and fish. And now for your vegetables. Here are the approved vegetables that will optimize your program. Try fresh, raw spinach. Beet greens, not the beet itself. Lettuces of any kind, the darker the more nutritious. Explore your lettuces. Field greens like dandelion, rocket, radicchio, cilantro, basil, and others. Celery, red radishes, cucumbers. You can also steam or grill fennel root, white, yellow, or red onions, 4 spears of asparagus with 1 meal. 3/4 cups of steamed cabbage, chard, or spinach may also be used. Always alternate your meals with protein and vegetables. Fruit should never be eaten by itself. It should always be with a meal. This will help you from getting a sugar jolt. Remember now, your body is being balanced and fine-tuned through the program. The closer you stick with the program, the better your success will be. You can eat 1 medium organic apple or 1/2 of an organic grapefruit, an orange if you're not a diabetic, or a handful of organic strawberries. The juice of 1 lemon daily is allowed for all purposes. You've been provided a scoop for use in this program. It's at the end of your arm. That's right, you'll be measuring with your hand when measuring your food. Grab 1 handful of any following organic vegetables, raw, steamed, or grilled without margarine, butter, salad dressing, or fat. Your only essential oil allowed is the MCT oil. Medium-chain triglyceride oil does not store in your body like hydrogenated or long-chain oils. This means It will be accessible by use for your body as immediate, not stored fuel. You can mix any of the listed 3 vegetables on the VLCD. This does not mean a handful of each vegetable, and remember, tomatoes are a fruit, not a vegetable. By the end of the day, you should have consumed at least 64 ounces of water on its own, not counting coffee, tea. Season your food with the juice of 1/2 of an organic lemon. Now, here's some great news for those of you who love using spices. You can use stevia sweetener, white or black pepper, organic raw apple cider, organic balsamic vinegar, sea salt, easy does it, organic garlic, basil, parsley, thyme, marjoram, or any other organic herb. Any fresh, unpickled pepper is acceptable. The fresher the food, the faster you hit your goal. Remember that. Study your workbook. Read it thoroughly, and it will answer most of your questions. Understanding the science of this program will not only be helpful now, but especially when you have reached your desired goal weight.